If you've been looking for the kind of homemade cake that Grandma made in a simple 9 by 13 pan, this is it. It's soft, it's buttery, it's got a homemade chocolate frosting on top, and the best thing about it, you don't need a box or a tub to make it. Hey everybody, I'm Chris, and welcome to Plant and Plate. We make a video about every Friday for recipes designed to bring the family back around the table together. And this is one of those that everybody probably remembers growing up. It's a homemade yellow cake with a chocolate frosting. This is the way Grandma did it. So let's make it happen, Captain. I'll put everything you need to make this in the description. Also, in the ingredients it calls for buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, hey, don't sweat it. You can use regular milk. You need about 1 1/4 cup of whole milk. 2% will work, but whole milk's better. And 1 tablespoon and 3/4 teaspoon of either lemon juice or just white vinegar. Put that in the milk, mix it a little bit, let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until it just starts to slightly curdle a little bit. Then you're good. Go ahead, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And the first thing we're going to do is grease our pan. Now I'm using a 9 by 13 pan. You can do this with 8-inch round pans as well. So to prepare a pan, just got some butter. And we're just going to take and rub it all over the bottom of that pan. Get the sides as well. Make sure you get in the corners. We're going to do all this, keep our cake from sticking. After you get it all greased up with butter, we're just going to take some flour, just some. Put a little in there. Start bumping it around. Kind of work it down around that butter. Get you a coat of flour everywhere in your pan till you're done like that. Time to start building our batter. You need you a medium bowl, and we're going to do our dry ingredients first. First thing we're going to put in is 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to dump that in there. Then we got 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to dump that in. Going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. This is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you use kosher salt, remember, kosher salt's half as salty as regular salt, so you got to double it. This is just regular salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Mama probably didn't use kosher salt. We're going to take our whisk and we're just going to combine these together until we get some consistency in the mixture. Just work it all together so that it's all one something instead of big chunks of the ingredients. Get you a big bowl. This is going to be the one that's going to hold all the batter in the end. I've got 3/4 of a cup of unsalted butter that's just kind of been softened, melted down a little bit. We're going to put that in our big bowl. And then I've got 1 3/4 cup of just plain granulated sugar. We're going to put that into our butter mixture. Now I'm going to use my hand mixer for this. We're wanting to whip this butter and sugar together, put some air in it until it becomes light and fluffy. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to make this happen, and I'm using my hand mixer because I need some speed with it. After you get done mixing it, this is what you want it to look like. See, it's fluffy, kind of got that creamy look. It ought to smell really buttery to you. Now it's time to add our eggs. We add 4 eggs into this, but don't just crack your eggs and dump it in there. You want to add them 1 egg at a time, beat it in really well, then go on and add your next egg. Do that with all 4 eggs. It's important to get that fluffiness and that texture you're looking for. If you dump them all in at one time, it ain't going to get you what you want. Take an egg. We're going to dump 1 egg in, and then we're going to beat it into our mixture really well. Egg number 2. After you get all your eggs incorporated, now we're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm going to dump that in there. Then we're going to mix that in really well. So this is kind of what it should be looking like after you've got your vanilla and everything combined. It really should look like Cool Whip. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients. It's important how you add those in. We got 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk, and we got the dry ingredients that we made when we started this. You want to alternate as you put them in. So you want to do it 1/3 of your dry ingredients. You don't have to measure it, just kind of eyeball it. And then buttermilk, then dry ingredients, buttermilk, and then end with the rest of your dry ingredients. Also, we're not using the mixer here. We're using a spoon. We don't want to overmix the batter. It'll lose that airiness that we just worked to build. You just want to combine them. So remember, dry ingredients first. So we're just going to shake in what looks to be something like, I don't know, 1/3 of what we made earlier. Then we're going to take our spoon. We're going to fold that in. Now we're going to take our buttermilk. We're going to put about half that in. Fold that in. Dry ingredients. Buttermilk. And then the last of our dry ingredients is going in. Now that we've got all of our buttermilk, flour, dry ingredients incorporated, got it all mixed up, this is what it should be looking like. It's a batter. You should be able to move it and not see any pieces of flour or something that's not mixed up. Once you see that in each piece, stop mixing, add the next, keep going until you get it like this. We're going to put our batter in a 9 by 13 pan and just start turning it out into that greased pan. Alright, after you get it put in there, just take the back of your spoon, just kind of spread it around, even it out a little bit. If you were using 8-inch cake pans, just divide this in when you're pouring the batter in between your two pans. Now it's time to put this thing in the oven. If you're doing a 9 by 13 like me, you want to bake it for 32 to 38 minutes, just until the toothpick comes out clean. If you're doing 8-inch pan, then you want to bake that for about 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to put mine in the oven. We'll be back in a minute. My cake came out of the oven. Took it exactly 32 minutes. I've been letting it cool for a little bit. It's not quite there, but we're going to go ahead and start our chocolate icing. First thing we're going to want to do, get you a pot, put it on your stove, put it on low heat. This is just a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. We're going to put that in there and start letting that melt. We don't want it to brown. Don't have your pot too hot. We're just trying to melt it down so that we can begin to make the rest of our frosting. Okay, the next thing we're going to put in is a 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. We're going to dump that into our mixture, and we're going to take a whisk and begin to whisk that into our butter and add 1/3 cup of just milk, whole milk, fine, nothing special. Put it in and start whisking it until we get smooth mixture all combined up into a nice chocolatey something. And work on mine. We'll be right back. That's what it's supposed to look like. Smooth, creamy. We don't want any more heat in this. It's going to mess us up. Now that we got it off the heat, we're going to put in a little vanilla, just a pinch of salt, and then we're going to start adding powdered sugar. That was a teaspoon of vanilla. The powdered sugar, this is 4 cups of powdered sugar. Make sure you use powdered sugar. We're going to add a little in, and then we're going to whisk it. And we're going to keep doing that until we get the consistency of frosting. Should be thick, spreadable, like frosting, not runny. Keep adding powdered sugar. If you get too much and it gets too thick, you can add a little milk. If you get it too thin, add a little more powdered sugar. I'm gonna work on mine. I'll show you what we got when we got it done. So this is what your cake should look like when it comes out. I've let mine cool. And after your frosting's done, this is what you should be looking for. Thick, creamy, all one consistency frosting. Now it's time to frost your cake. Make sure you let your cake completely cool. Your frosting will heat up and break apart again. Okay, y'all, I got mine frosted up. This is what it looks like after it's said and done. Again, it's a simple cake, but this is one of the things that my wife will ask me to make over and over. It is like a family favorite around here. Take a slice of this thing, get a taste test, let you know how it turned out. It's time to take a bite of this thing. See what we got. By the way, my wife's already said it's approved. Y'all, that thing is awesome. Look, Grandma would be proud. It brings back all those memories of Sunday after church at Grandma's. I mean, it is good. Buttery, soft, moist. That chocolate is nice and rich. Oh, you need to be making this one. Yours would be like mine. Every time I turn around, the family's like, hey, can you make yellow cake with chocolate frosting again? Very good. Hey, y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button so you can see what we're doing. We put a video out about every week. And if you do decide to make it, leave me a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you. And thanks again. God bless.